Hi, welcome to Listen2Riches. Today, I will explain to you rich habits. Before we start, remember to subscribe and like our channel and share it with your friends. I wish you all a pleasant listening time. The author of this book, Thomas C. Corley, is a famous American accountant and certified financial planner. He started a company that helps around 1,000 small businesses and individuals with their money matters. Because of his job, he got to know a lot of wealthy people. He saw a chance to do something interesting. For 5 years, he looked closely at the daily routines of 177 rich people and 128 poor individuals. Even though there weren't lots of people in his study, almost all of them were super rich. Corley did a big survey and found out that rich people had some things in common. And poor people had some things in common too. But what they did was different. The habits of rich people helped them make more money and have a good life. The habits of poor people led to not having enough and feeling tired all the time. Now you might wonder, what does it mean to be rich? Why even study rich people? Is money everything? Well, there are many important things in the world, not just money. But if someone becomes really rich, they probably know something special or have been through a lot on their way to success. Whether you want to make money or become super rich, there are good and simple qualities you can learn from these wealthy people. After reading this book, you'll see that being rich isn't only about having lots of things. It's also about feeling good inside, having a nice life, and getting along well with others. At the start of the book, Corley talks about a businessperson he helped. This person was really good at what they did, and their company was doing great. But they couldn't manage their money properly. Every time they got paid, they felt super stressed about money. Corley spent months looking at the company's money, how they made things, how much they paid their workers, and how other similar businesses did. But he couldn't figure out the problem. Then, he found out that the businessperson was spending a lot on going out at night. That's when it made sense. No matter how well the business did, if they kept spending like that, they would always have money problems. Corley has a special way of thinking about rich people. It's not only about how much money you make. True richness is about handling your money well and living a good life. If you can't do these things all the time, you can't really call yourself rich. He picked rich people who built their own success instead of those who got rich by chance or by getting money from family. The ideas in rich habits have been talked about in many countries and lots of media. This changed how people all over the world think about rich folks. People often think rich people have easy lives, but this book shows that they are good at planning and waiting. So, remember, getting rich is more than just having money. It's about knowing how to manage your money and live well. Now, I'm going to break down rich habits into 2 parts, so it's easier for you to understand. The first part talks about being rich. It explains which habits can help you become wealthier and which ones can lead to having less and feeling worse. The second part is about habits. It shows how to build good habits that can make your life and career better. In the first section, I'll look closely at the habits of rich people from 3 sides: their everyday life, the way they act, and how they get along with others. First off, what's the difference between how rich people and poor people act every day? The biggest difference is that rich people are usually careful and controlled in their daily lives. If you watch the schedules of super rich folks, you'll see they have really busy workdays. They have a lot of energy and stay healthy. Rich people really pay attention to staying healthy. They know being healthy is important. In a special survey, 76% of rich people do exercises like jogging, walking fast, biking, or swimming at least 3 times a week. These exercises don't need a fancy gym, so anyone can do them no matter how much money they have. Even when they're busy. Over half of rich people don't eat in fast food places that serve fried stuff. The reason is simple: fast food can taste good, but it can also make you gain too much weight. Everyone knows this, but it's hard to say no to yummy food. Rich people can resist because health is more important to them than taste. When they decide to do something, they think about how it will help them in the long run, not just what they want right now. In the same way, they're smart shoppers. They don't spend too much money just because they feel like it. Instead, they plan how they use their money. 85% of rich people read at least 2 books every month, and 88% read for at least 30 minutes each day. They usually like books about history. They think that stories from the past can help solve problems we face today. About 55% of them read books to learn and grow. And 58% read about successful people's lives to learn from their experiences. They also read professional books a lot. 79% of rich people prefer reading accurate and reliable information instead of just believing rumors or things they hear from others. Moving on to the second point, let's talk about the kinds of personalities that rich people tend to have. They hold some special beliefs and have strong trust in their abilities, passions, and decision-making skills. Some of them are open and talkative, while others are quieter. But no matter how they act, they usually seem pretty sure of themselves. In a study by Corley, more than half of rich people don't believe in things just happening by luck. They believe they have control over what happens in their lives. The other half believe that even if they start from a middle-class position, they can become really wealthy. This confidence they have isn't about feeling better than others. It's about believing in themselves. More than 90% of rich people think that working hard is more important than being super smart. They believe that if you keep trying even when things are tough, you can make up for not being super talented. This self-belief makes them think positively and be hopeful that if they work hard, good things will come. For over 90% of rich people, being optimistic is really important for being successful. Even more, 92% of them believe that if they stick to doing what they love, they'll bring good luck to themselves. They're always focused and keep trying to reach their dreams and goals. They work hard for around 10 years on average to make their dreams come true. Imagine facing a lot of challenges and problems during these 10 years. If they didn't have that strong belief in themselves, it would be really tough to keep going. When it comes to making decisions, rich people, no matter if they're men or women, are really determined. They're quick to make choices for their businesses, just like generals. And they're ready to deal with whatever happens because of those choices. They don't waste time, complain, or think too much about big decisions. They make up their minds fast and act right away. This might sound a bit like gambling, but there's a big difference. Rich people don't just take wild risks. They think a lot before they decide things. They know a lot and they take responsibility for their choices. So if you can make decisions without a lot of doubt, it means you're good at getting things done, and that's a sign of a good decision maker, whether they're quiet or outgoing. Rich people are always full of passion. They're truly excited about things, and their excitement doesn't just last for a short while. 82% of rich people keep doing things that interest them, and they set big goals and work toward them. About 55% of rich people spend at least a year focusing on one big goal. When they're working toward their goals, they know which tasks are most important, and they don't waste time on things that don't matter. They're not afraid to say no to people or things that get in the way of what they want, even if it seems a bit cold. But they know that if they don't say no, it'll be even harder to reach their goals. This isn't about being selfish. They have big dreams, so they have to give it their all. That's why they're really careful with their time and energy. They like to tackle problems head-on and get rid of anything that's in the way. Alright, let's keep going and talk about how rich people behave in relationships with others. Rich folks are really good at talking and making good, strong friendships. Firstly, rich people talk carefully. Most gossip is negative and doesn't help relationships. Why is spreading gossip bad? Because talking badly about others makes you closed-minded and bitter over time. Think about it, we've all spread rumors at some point. I've seen people who are smart and wise, but they don't achieve much over time. They all have one thing in common: they like to talk about others, online and offline. This is a bit like using your smarts in the wrong way. Also, gossip often goes wrong. If you talk about someone, they usually find out who said it. And that's not good for the relationship. Even without gossip, rich people don't just say whatever they think. 94% of rich people don't talk about everything they think. They also work hard to control their feelings. 81% of rich people have learned to control negative feelings. At first, people might be cautious around them, but over time, they see these people as friendly and easy to get along with. Whether they're mad or sad, they think before they react. They understand their feelings and make sure their words help the situation, not make it worse. Rich people are also really considerate to their friends. They make sure to call and say happy birthday. 80% of millionaires take time from their busy lives to call and wish their friends a happy birthday. Some of these friends might not be super close, but a simple birthday call can keep the friendship alive. 25% of these friends also do nice things in return, making the friendship even stronger. Not only on birthdays, but rich people also call when something important happens to a friend, like when they have a baby or get a promotion. This makes the friendship even better. Rich people have lots of good friends, but some folks think it's just because they're rich. But that's not true. They work hard on their friendships, even though they do nice things to keep friendships strong. These millionaires believe honesty is the best way. 85% of rich people think telling the truth is really important. They don't like lying, even little lies. Being honest gives them a good reputation and makes them feel good about themselves. Rich people usually feel good about themselves. Lying goes against their values, and it's too hard to hide lies when it comes to relationships. Rich people focus on making good connections and keeping friendships strong. 86% of them build relationships with people who can help them reach their dreams and who have similar values. When you have a dream, you need to have people around who support you. Charles Schwab, a person who was in charge of Carnegie Steel Company, said that people do better when praised than when criticized. The author doesn't mean that criticism is bad, but it's important to get helpful advice from people who know what they're talking about. These mentors, who've done well, give really useful advice. Age isn't the important thing, it's what someone has achieved in a certain field. If you want to achieve your dreams, you need to be around people who truly support and help you. Stay away from those who only bring you down and don't give you good advice, just like you would from gossipers. Let's take another look at what habits are. A long time ago, Hume said that habits are the best guides in life. The writer also thinks that habits can bring luck. Having good habits can make good things happen to a person, so don't be jealous of people who seem lucky. They might have some good habits that we haven't noticed yet. The writer divides luck into 4 types. 1. Random good luck, like winning the lottery. 2. Random bad luck or accidents, like something bad happening out of nowhere. These first 2 types of luck are not something regular people can control, so we won't talk about them more. But there are 2 other types of luck that we can do something about. The third type is the luck of getting chances. This kind of luck comes from having good habits every day. Good habits are like apple trees. When we take care of them well, they grow and give us good things, like apples. In this case, the apples are our chances or opportunities. The fourth type is the luck of having problems. Just like good habits, bad habits also grow. They turn into bad things happening, like losing a job, failing at investments, getting a divorce, or getting sick. These 2 types of luck might seem strange, but they come from what we do every day. To do well, we need to bring in the right kind of luck. Success has lots of things that can stop us, and the biggest one is putting things off. The writer thinks that putting things off is a habit that poor people often have. It stops you from making good habits. So, if you want to have good habits, you need to deal with the problem of putting things off first. Even really smart people, if they keep putting things off, will end up being ordinary. The main reason for putting things off is not being interested in what you're doing. I've seen a lot of people jokingly call themselves experts at putting things off. If you have this habit, it's really important to get rid of it. Now, let's wrap up the main ideas of the book in a simple way. In the first part, I talked about what the book says about how rich people behave. I looked at 3 things: how they live every day, what kind of personalities they have, and how they get along with others. Generally, rich people are careful with what they say and do. They believe in themselves and care a lot about things. They work on having good friendships, and they are good at controlling their feelings. In the second part, we talked again about how habits and luck are connected. We understood that putting things off is a big problem when it comes to forming good habits. We learned about a tool called the Habit Observation Chart, which helps us see our habits clearly. With it, we can stop doing bad things and start doing good things. Lastly, I want to give you a list. This list has the main points from the book and the habits of the 177 millionaires the author talked about. These are the rich habits commitments in the list. Each line starts with I, which makes it perfect for you to remember. You can share these commitments with anyone you like. Not for any other reason, but because these 10 promises have a positive and powerful impact. They're worth thinking about and appreciating over and over again. I'm sure you'll see that being rich isn't just about having money and things. It's also about feeling complete and happy inside. Below are the 10 commitments of wealthy habits. 1. I will cultivate daily habits, ensuring that they're followed accurately every day. 2. I will set daily, monthly, yearly, and long-term goals, then wholeheartedly pursue these goals. 3. I will enhance my self-worth every day. 4. I will pay attention to my physical health every day. 5. I will build and maintain sustainable interpersonal relationships daily. 6. I will live a disciplined life every day. 7. I will remind myself to complete today's tasks on time. 8. I will live with a wealth-building mindset. 9. Every time I receive a paycheck, I will save 10% of it. 10. Every day, I will control my thoughts and emotions. That's all for today. Congratulations on finishing another book. If you like to check out other book summaries, please subscribe to Listen to Riches. Also like and share this valuable knowledge with your friends. Let us combine wisdom with practice to achieve our financial goals and create a better future. Thank you and see you in my next audiobook.